Hello students, today we will be discuss about Bernard Shaw as a dramatist. Okay. As per the notion of George Bernard Shaw, this world is beautiful and ready to serve us as heaven, but our follies restrain it from being paradise. Shaw wanted to drive out the prevailing misconceptions regarding the beauty of temporal things with the help of West wind. Shaw strongly favored his own notions and stood aloof from his contemporary and establishes himself as an iconoclast. First, as an iconoclast. Okay. Some critics are of the opinion that Shaw is propagandist and he preaches moral lesson while after minutely observing his drama, one can easily assess that Shaw never aspires to preach a lesson. He leaves his characters free to reach some conclusion. This style itself reveals the truth before the spectator. Okay. Next, a genuine reflections of human nature. That's why he took up the current social political problems as the subject matter of his plays. For example, he discussed the problem of prostitution in Mrs. Warren's profession, London slums in Widower's house, the profession of doctors in Doctor's Dilemma, war and marriage in Arms and the Man, and love and marriage in Canada. So his plays are recognized as problem plays. In spite of having social and political problems, his plays are more than it. His plays are genuine reflections of human nature. Next, a conflict. Like Shakespeare's Jivisha has been preserved for all time. However, critics raised dust against him. Yet he stood clear-faced. There has been a doctrine, no conflict, no drama. Conflict created the souls of drama, and the Shavian plays lack conflict. In his plays, characters are observed sitting around a table and discuss their problems. Conflict can be categorized into two different strata: physical conflict and mental conflict. In his plays, physical conflict is absolutely not, while mental conflict has been elaborately emphasized. For example, in Arms and the Man, it is observed that a fight between two sides is being fought, but nobody appears to be involved in fighting. Such examples are numerous which show the lack of physical conflict in his play. He replaced physical conflict with mental conflict. He believed that a battle defeated in the battlefield is temporary, while the battle defeated on the plane of mind is everlasting. Mental conflict is fiercer than the physical conflict there. That is why his characters are seen fighting with the help of logic and argument. The conflict presented in the play of Shaw is more vigorous and effective than that of other play. Next, a characterization. It would be unjust to say that his characters are the mouthpiece. It is true that Bernard Shaw's character expresses his views, but it is in the same way difficult to recognize which character personates Shaw. For example, in Arms and the Man, Blanchely and Sergius both have conflict in their opinions, and none can be recognized as Bernard Shaw's mouthpiece. In the same way, in Candida, it is difficult to say who represents Shaw, moral or Marchbanks. Both have conflict in their ideas and speech. Moral says the overpaying in instincts generous one. Marchbanks says no kindness in incompetence. Again, moral says man can climb to the highest summits, but he cannot dwell for long. Marchbanks asserts it is false. There can be dwell forever. We find that both characters have different opinions on important matters. His characters are not puppets in his hands. He allows his character to hold independent views. No character shows mouthpiece in portraying characters. He is just second to Shakespeare. Next है dramatic purpose. Some critics are of the opinion that Shaw is a propagandist and he preaches moral lesson while after minutely observing his dramas one can easily assess that Shaw never aspires to teach a lesson. He leaves his characters free to reach some conclusion. This style itself reveals the truth before the spectators. In Arms and the Men, Shaw neither favors nor opposes the war, but his characters freely display its merits and demerits through strong conversation. Shaw does not propagate any idea. He just like a vendor spreads his goods before the customer and leaves up to him to decide. As a true artist, he reveals the reality which lies beyond appearance. In Candida, he does not point out the secret of poet's heart. People can easily understand it. In Shevin plays long prefaces serve the dramatic purpose. It helps reader and spectators to understand the drama thoroughly. George Bernard Shaw belonged to the late Victorian era, but his age is recognized as Shavian age because he was one of those writers who were able to drag the audience out of their homes on the basis of their management of incidents and characters. Shaw contributed literature with his plays and other writings. Through his plays, he helped people solve their social and family problems. He raised problems like marriage, war, alliance, and prostitution, and inspired to reach some better conclusion. His plays enable us to understand society with different perspective. It seemed that he had minutely conned the society and social problems to refine it. He created his drama in the form of comedy because he believed that comedy is the best and easiest way to display serious matters. If a serious or important matter is discussed in the serious situation, it increases the severity of the manner. But in comedy, it can be easily discussed and sorted out. Harsh realities of society can be revealed easily through comic characters. In creating dramas, Bernard Shaw developed his own style against Aristotelian concept of drama. He focused on well-structured characterization and plot comes next, while Aristotelian drama gives major importance to the plot. George Bernard Shaw creates characters that drive the plot ahead with their powerful and effective speech. Sometimes spectators get involved in the drama and create their own ending of the play. His messages related to the social problems decide the ending of the play. His problems play or the drama of ideas have the very theme of society wherein the problems are discussed with the spectators. He was of the opinion that for sublimity there is no need to hire theme or plots from the royal dynasties, but the play should be a medium to refine society from evils. Next, as earlier it has been discussed that in the Shriven play, plot is secondary, which is driven by the primary source characters. George Bernard Shaw sets all his plot around society. Plot is a unity of incidents. All the incidents are connected together. Plot constructions is a practical skill that brings out the writing quality and skill of a writer. So far as Shevin plot is concerned, Shaw never pre-constructed the plot. Once he said, when I write a play, I don't foresee nor intend a page of it from one end to the other. The play writes itself. Regarding plot, Shaw had a vague idea of beginning, middle, and end. Drama furthers itself without pre-planning. He could finish a drama in a very short time, like he completed the Empire in just 6 weeks. Shevin play began in a striking manner. At the beginning of the play, it's difficult to judge the climax, but usually through conversation, plot reveals itself. For example, the plot of Candida is revealed after the appearance of Marjoribanks.